Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear grade 12 students in Qatar Technical School, hello and welcome to a new English lesson. Our lesson for today is from Unit 3, Events, and this is Lesson 4, Sequence 1, Part 2. Dear students, please go to your course books, page 23, and let's get started. Our learning objectives for today. Number 1, to locate specific information through reading a text. Number 2, to reorder the given events through reading the text. Number 3, use time clauses correctly to make meaningful sentences. Dear students, let's now start from page 23 in your course books. We have the following reading text. What we have to do is to read the text, then answer the following questions. You can pause the video after each question in order to think of the answer. So let's begin. Question number 1. Up to what altitude does the LAS operate? Answer: when the rocket ascends to more than 100,000 meters. Question number 2. When does the rocket's computer system activate the abort engine? Answer: after the rocket's computer system detects the fault. Question number 3. When do the explosive bolts detonate? Answer: as soon as the LAS has reached the correct orientation. Well done. Dear students, what you have to do now is to read the text again and put the events below in the correct order. We have the events from A till H. After you put them in the correct order, now you can see how the launch abort system, the LAS, of the Earth Moon spacecraft works. Again, please pause the video before you check your answers. Let's begin now. The first thing happens here is H. Abort engine is activated. The second thing, the LAS is ejected from the rocket. The third thing, the abort engine burns out. Number 4, the attitude control engine operates. Number 5, the explosive bolts detonate. Number 6, the jettison engine fires. Number 7, capsule separates from LAS, and when it is separated, the parachutes open. Excellent, thank you so much. Dear students, let's move now to the grammar part. Our lesson for today is about time clauses. As you can see in front of you, we have two sentences. The first sentence, first action, is to the left, and the second part, second action, is to the right. Now let's read each one. The first one says, the capsule reaches a safe altitude. This is the first action. The second action, then the parachutes open up. This is the second action. Now, if we want to join these two clauses together into one sentence, we need time clauses. And the time clauses we need are the following. Number 1, after. Number 2, once. Number 3, when. And number 4, as soon as. You will find that in this clause we have the subject, the capsule. And you will notice that the verbs are either present simple, reaches, or a present perfect tense, which is has reached. Now, if we look at the second clause, the parachutes open up. Of course, we have a new subject here, the parachutes, and the verb here is in the present simple, open up. So, let's read the sentence in the new form. After the capsule reaches a safe altitude, the parachutes open up. Of course, this is one example. Now, what happens if both clauses have the same subject? In this case, we can use the following form. Now, let's have a look at the first action. The computer detects a problem. And the second clause or second action says, then it. It here means the computer, which is similar to the first subject in the first action. So here the two sentences share, or the two clauses share the same subject, the computer. In this case, if we want to join the two clauses together, we have the following form. After detecting a problem. So what happened to the subject in this sentence? Excellent. We canceled the subject, which is the computer in this sentence, and changed the verb detects into the ing form, detecting. So it becomes, after detecting the problem or a problem, the computer, here we mention the subject. The computer activates the abort engine. Now, dear students, what we have to do now in exercise number 7 is to underline examples of the above forms in the text. As you know, we studied two forms. The first form, when the two clauses have two different subjects, and the second form, when the two clauses share the same subject. Now, what you have to do is to search for sentences that include time clauses. So pause the video, search, and come back in order to check your answers. Thank you so much. Let's check your answers now. The first example, after detecting the fault, the rocket's computer system activates the abort engine. In this sentence, the two clauses were having the same subject, the rocket's computer system. Now, another example, when the abort engine has burnt out, the LAS continues to move away from the falling rocket. In this sentence, we have two different subjects, the abort engine and the LAS. A third example, as soon as the LAS has reached the correct orientation, the explosive bolts detonate. Again, two different subjects, the LAS and the explosive bolt or bolts. And the last example, once the capsule has reached a safe altitude, parachutes open up and allow the capsule to float down into the ocean. Here we have the first subject, the capsule, and the second subject is parachutes. Thank you so much. Dear students, I want you now to do exercise number 8, which says, make full sentences from these notes. Use as many forms from the language box as you can. Of course, number 1 is made as an example for you. The sentence is, computer checks all systems, computer begins countdown. What we notice here is that The two clauses share the same subject, computer. So we can follow the second form that we have just finished or studied. So the sentence becomes, after checking all systems, the computer begins the countdown. Dear students, what you have to do now is to try to join the two clauses into one sentence. Pause the video, then come back and check your answers. Let's now check answers together. Number 2, countdown ends. Rocket is launched. Two different subjects. So the answer is number 2. Once countdown ends, rocket is launched. Number 3. Computer activates abort engine. LAS is rejected. Again, two different subjects. So number 3 becomes, when computer activates abort engine, LAS is ejected. Number 4, abort engine fires for 3 seconds. Second part, abort engine burns out. Here, the two clauses share the same subject. So we answer it like the following. After firing for 3 seconds, abort engine burns out. Number 5, crew capsule separates from LAS, parachutes open. Two different subjects. So as soon as crew capsule separates from LAS, parachutes open. Last one, number 6, parachutes open, parachutes lower capsule gently into sea. The same subject in the two clauses. So the answer is, when opening, parachutes lower capsule gently into sea. Thank you so much. Dear students, as a summary for our lesson today, we learned how to activate specific information through reading a text. Number 2, we learned how to use time clauses to join sentences correctly. Dear students, I hope that you enjoyed today's lesson. Please log on to your Microsoft Teams account and do the quiz. Remember to submit your answers within 24 hours. That's all for today. Goodbye.